Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so late. Literally, I was supposed to be on a plane. That did not work out. So I'm here. You guys told me you wanted more live content. So I am giving it to you. I promise I listen to the critiques. I enjoy doing short videos, but if my members are saying they want some more live content, I'm here. If you were in the chat earlier, you know I dropped my very first video photo shoot. That's on Make It Make Sense now on Instagram. I was super nervous. I'm nobody's model. And shout out to the photographer for making it easy on me. But definitely check that out. Let me know. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. So don't be too crazy on me. But yeah, that happened. So like the video as the intro plays. We got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense. You know what was up.
I pulled off first from the toll booth.
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
With me to go to my boyfriend's wife's wedding, and I know you're probably a little confused, but I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, my boyfriend is dating my aunt, and
I am disgusted.
and honestly I love them both so dearly. And like, just when he told me he was ready to marry her, I was so excited for them.
Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
I am really hoping that one day me and him can also get married, because like
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
that just inspires me so much, and they're so cute together. But like, I love him more, and I feel like I think he should have married me first.
You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
Okay, so the topics are gonna be serious, so we can't be laughing through these. This is some deep stuff that we're about to get into. And shout out, my DMs are already thank you guys for the support. Again, I'm not a model, but I told you guys there's gonna be a revamp. I'm a person who sets intentions, and my intentions are to do more with Make It Make Sense, the brand, everything. That includes management. That includes, if you haven't noticed, I've been having to do photo shoots recently. I'm not that guy. And also, if you've been on my channel, you know I didn't even have Instagram before YouTube. So it's a stretch. Paula is on my Instagram. It's actually a video photo shoot. So if you go to my Instagram, Make It Make Sense now, you'll see it. But yeah, super nervous. Don't go in. I know how y'all go in. Y'all went in on Dr. Heavenly. I said, oh, I hope she don't see these comments. Anyway, okay, let's get right into the story, because like I said, this is actually extremely serious, and I don't even think that Cardi understood what she was saying as she was saying it. If these allegations are true, what she probably should be doing, if he is having unaliving ideations, you need to get your children, you need to have like some injunction to make sure he is of sound mind to be around your kids. But let's get right into it. Shout out to Lovely T. She is the one who got all of the audio.
If I tell you about this hating, I really want to tell y'all so much about this hating, because every single time that I find like peace, first of all, the way this man fucking ruined my Valentine's Day, and then like I really want to let y'all know the chastness that he fucking did a couple of days ago. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it today. I'm gonna tell you about his suicidal pussy.
She does not even know what she is getting into. She, I don't think she understood what she's putting out there for public consumption. This is stuff that needs to be taken to a judge to make sure that your children are safe. If he's using unaliving himself as a tactic to get at you, get back with you, or maybe he feels like he might actually harm himself. This is like nothing to play with.
I'm gonna say it soon. I'm gonna say it soon, but I'm gonna let a nigga keep trying me. I'm gonna let a nigga keep trying me. I'm gonna collect all my fucking evidence. So when I come here, I'm gonna show y'all the type of pussy nigga I breeded with. I really want to tell y'all about this very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been quiet for a very long time. And I'm letting everybody know that if this nigga and his little pet don't apologize to me by noon, I'm exposing everything. Because him and his little pet been trolling me for the past 4 months, leaving.
We don't technically know what he has done to them, or if he's done the same thing to them as he's doing to Cardi presently, and we probably never will, because there is, how do I say this without sounding bad? I don't care. It's a money thing. Offset's the one with the money, so we don't technically know how he interacts with his other baby mamas, but presumably they would not be going out to public saying any of this, because their lifestyle is contingent upon his money. Yeah. So we don't know if this is his, is it modus operandi, his normal MO. We don't know, but we know that Cardi doesn't need his money, so she can say it. We got almost 1,200 in the chat. Definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have checked out my video on Instagram, please like, share, comment. That's the kind of stuff that advertisers like. Yeah, definitely share the reel. It would help out.
Explicit voicemails on my phone telling me to shut the f up, disrespecting me. So if him and his pet don't apologize to me by noon, I'm exposed to go back. And I know y'all don't want to hear it, but I don't give a fuck. Because you want to know why? I've been letting him troll me for a long time, leaving me crazy voicemails, telling me crazy stuff in text messages, trolling me, hitting up that I be dealing with. Now it's my turn. Now it's not fun. Now it's not fun, right?
Okay, so I know we're supposed to be serious, but we're gonna be just a tad bit messy. So Cardi is dating a football player, and I, in real life, know one of the women he is also seeing. So maybe go find a chiropractor. Maybe go find a chiropractor. Somebody. We can get into the dude that Cardi is allegedly dating, but this is about to get real messy. A fashion, I wouldn't even say he's like a designer. He's like a stylist. He styles a lot of prominent people like boxers, football players. He alleged that the dude that Cardi is currently seeing tried to drug him and diddy him. Yeah, it's Stefan Diggs. That he was gonna drug him, diddy him, and then when he said no or declined or was, got away from the situation, this man alleges that Stefan Diggs then had his brothers jump him and steal, I believe, like Rick Owens stuff. Now, Rick Owens is out of my price range. Rick Owens, a pair of shorts could be like $5,000. It's very, very expensive stuff. So then the boy has been speaking out time and time again. So Cardi went from Offset to that dude. And I'm telling you, I know a girl who has some interactions with him up until maybe like a month ago. So, you kind of have to, if everybody in your life is on some F shit, then maybe you're part of the problem. Just saying. Look for somebody who's not in your realm, somebody who's not a celebrity. Just go get you a lawyer. Go get you a nice man who, you know, likes you. You got cute kids, and can kind of like balance you in a different way. Because Offset had you looking crazy from the beginning. You was fighting strippers over him when you were already a megastar. Is crazy.
When the demon is inside of me, getting your feelings. I've been quiet for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? By the way, and you want to know how all this started? This started because he want to get his blog friend to troll me. Mind you, y'all know I got a lot of blogger friends. I don't.
Who is the blogger? Who is the blogger? Y'all can put it in the chat. Why just a little messy? Because we're supposed to be good, Gigi. Like, this is supposed to be serious topics. But y'all put in the chat who the blogger is, because I don't know.
Tell my blogger friends to bother y'all. And mind you, I've been telling Bart again to please leave things peacefully. But I don't give a f. If I don't get my apology by noon, I want an apology, not by one, but by both. By both. Be putting a bug in a bit here. And it's like, you met the right one. You met the right one. I don't know what you about me, but both of y'all met the right one. I want my apology by noon. I'll let y'all know if I get the apology. If I don't, it's going to be hell. I'm exposing everything. Everything. Thank you. And yes. Oh, Cardi, wait for the music. No, I have a personal life too. I be going with my personal life. If I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. I don't know what I've been going through. I just keep it to myself. But mothers will pay today. Today is the day. By the way, and you want to know how all this started? You got all these lawyers. I asked you to do one thing and you didn't do it. So now I'm going to do it. No, stop calling me. I don't care. I don't give a f. So let me tell y'all about this, all right? For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was going to take away his life.
When we're talking about somebody unaliving themselves, you guys already know, unless you're new to my channel, I had a friend who took their own life. The toll is crazy that it puts on everybody who's still living. Him sending his baby or his ex-wife or whatever they are, I don't know if they're officially divorced yet, text messages saying he's gonna unalive himself. What do you do with that? You got 3 children and now you got a man who is not stable enough to be around them. I don't care if you like Cardi, don't like Cardi, but this is a situation that a lot of people are in, and her coming forward with it, I'm sure will help somebody, because you never know if he's just being manipulative or if he is actually thinking about doing that.
Begging me, saying he's going to take away my life, or that he was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me, of me and him having sex. That's the type of shit I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing. You got all these lawyers. I asked you to do one thing and you didn't do it. So now I'm going to do it. No, stop calling me. I don't care. I don't give a f. So let me tell y'all about this, all right? For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was going to take away his life, begging me, saying he's going to take away my life, or that he was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me, of me and him having sex. That's the type of shit I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing. You got all these lawyers. I asked you to do one thing and you didn't do it. So now I'm gonna do it. No, stop calling me. I don't care.
I'm sorry, Rochelle. I'm so sorry. It takes a toll on people, honestly. Guys, we have almost 2,000 in the chat, but we only have 500 likes. Definitely hit that like button. I got a lot of DMs about not going live enough, so we're doing live content tonight. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you are not subscribed. Yeah, I don't even think we have 500 likes, and we got 2,000 people.
I don't give a. So let me tell ya about this. All right. Tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit voice notes on my fucking voicemails on my phone.
Hey, Daniel.
I told this girl, hey, why you I hit this girl up before. Like, yo, I better not find out you in my house. This girl gonna tell me why you care that I'm in the house. You haven't been there for 3 years. Girl, how you gonna tell me why I'm mad that you in my house when that's my house that I bought? Are you okay? And then they're gonna FaceTime me with his girl. Mind you, yo, you've been harassing me and harassing the men that I've been dealing with for months already. You've been harassing my friends. You send people to get my friend beat up, my homegirl beat up. You got my mama calling. I don't.
Is there proof he put like? That's crazy. If you are sending goons to go get Cardi's female friends beat up. So I know we're in the world of Instagram, and I know that that's how Cardi initially became famous, and I know that people, love the fact that she will go live and talk about this, but this sounds like shit for the police. This sounds like stuff for a counselor. This sounds like stuff for a judge. This is not public consumption type stuff.
Give a. I told you. Now, if you don't want me to send messages. Tired of him and his girlfriend playing.
Okay. So thanks to Lovely T for actually cutting out all the curse words, and she cut out a lot of the, SUICIDE words and stuff. She did really good because I wouldn't have been able to play it. We would have gotten taken down. Big Red, I just love you. Thank you, Big Red. I appreciate you. And shout out to the straight shooters that I have seen this weekend. I always get you at least a shot or a drink. And somebody asked me, why wouldn't you just let me get you a drink? And I'm like, no, I literally appreciate you guys. Y'all keep me honest. For a person who does not like attention, you guys have kind of gotten me out of my shell. I would have never been able to do photo shoots and stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty good at photo directing other people in photo shoots, but in terms of me being in front of the camera, it's not my thing. So I appreciate you guys way more than you know, like way more than you know. So the least I can do if you come up to me and know who I am is definitely get you a drink. But this is nothing to play about. And if that's what he's doing, something legally needs to happen. It says they got together in 2016. Cardi B teases Lick, a collaboration with Offset. So it's like, 9 years? They go on a date for the Super Bowl 2017. Cardi posts a telling video on her Instagram. 2017, Cardi denies the relationship. Offset denies the relationship. So they do play with the press. Cardi B and Offset attend the Met Gala after party. Cardi B still doesn't confirm. Offset buys Cardi a $60,000 chain. It's kind of ugly. That's some $60,000 for that is crazy. Tell me you ghetto without telling me you ghetto. Some hood shit. Don't buy me no chain. Buy me some mixed securities. Some things that will accrue in value. Cardi shuts down engagement rumors. Offset wishes Cardi a happy birthday. Blah blah blah. So they're playing with the media. But you got to remember, Offset was probably the bigger star at the onset. Migos was everywhere back then. Cardi B says she's single. Okay, when did they start making babies? They're back on. None of this needed to be in the press. Offset proposes in 2017. Cardi B mentions Offset and Bartier Cardi. Wow, her face has changed so much. Offset accused of cheating. I wonder if that's when she beat the brakes off the strippers and threw them bottles. Cardi addresses the rumors. Offset gets Cardi tattooed. Tattoos don't mean nothing. Tattoo is what you get when you know you then effed up. Like Jennifer from Basketball Wives. Her dude got a tattoo. And he's also an alleged scammer. And the tattoo looked like another reality star, Candace from Housewives of Potomac. It's lame. I'm talking about it. Says Elo Mims, when I heard this earlier today, I was like, girl, you need to call the cops. This is absurd. We can't help you. Absolutely. Absolutely. If he can reach out and touch her friends, and still has access to the kids, you gotta put your big girl panties on and call the attorney. Big Red, you have no idea what you mean to us. Just awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I am not an in front of the camera person. So, more than you know. I appreciate you guys. Says she's not pregnant. Cheating rumors. Cardi B issues a warning. She reveals her baby bump. So right away they started having kids. Cute kids. More cheating rumors. I don't think they're cheating rumors. I think he cheated on you from the very beginning. So it just like a bunch of on again, off again. To be honest, I really don't care about their in and out, and the fact that we know every time he cheated, and the fact that she had to go to court for that. Think about how crazy this is. When the cops pulled over Offset, Cardi was trying to get to the situation and fight. But when roles are reversed, he's cheating with the stripper who is flaunting it in front of Cardi. She goes to the club to fight the girl, throws bottles, and ends up in court. Like, it sounds crazy, but let's move on because this one is really, really bad. We're going to be talking about Lil Nas X mom. Now, guys, she is, in the throes of addiction. So I'm just, pre-warning you before we get into it. It's not going to be, it might be a little, disconcerting and off-putting for some people, but this is the reality of the situation.
Some people are gonna ask, why is Lil Nas X's mom out here? What did you think when your son first hit with that Old Town Road?
Everybody would come to me. We said, "Oh my God, it's not for me." And I said, "I got to suck a dick." That's how I felt. But I didn't know that he was gay.
I'm just trying to figure this out. You're saying you have a 41-year-old.
I got pregnant when I was 8. I mean, when I was 10 when I got it. I had a baby when I was 8.
And dead for real?
Yeah, dead for real.
How did that happen?
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
You was a baby.
My mom.
He said, I think, in different blogs and stuff like that. He's basically said, like, hey,
when you have that kind of trauma, hearing that somebody impregnated you at such a young age gives you insight. That's why I actually talk to people who are on the street. One of my, I don't want to say passion projects, but I have worked with homeless people and they don't typically feel seen because they're not like the status quo. You never really know the person who might have been a rich millionaire who's now on the streets, somebody who experienced trauma like Lil Nas X's mom. You couldn't hear? She said that she got pregnant at 8 years old.
Tried to help my mom. I've tried to do this and that. What's your response to that? What did you think was happening at that age?
I just thought it was good hunting.
Just good hunching. Wow.
It was good hell at that
So
time.
you liked it?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it?
Okay.
I'm serious. I'm asking.
Yes. When Pharaoh first became rich, he came to my house and he wanted to give me $50 to have that sex with him. Well, I wouldn't figure that out.
Wait, what? But what I'm trying to figure out is, and what everybody's trying to figure out is, why panhandle when your son is rich? So guys, This is Lil Nas X mom, Tamikia. How you doing?
Walking by faith and not by sight, through higher faith and grace and glory.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So we actually.
And one thing about it, if it went for God, who said I still be standing.
That's right.
That's what he did, bless me.
That's right.
Higher favor and higher power, but get what he did, he gave me a man. My little young man, my last man, come the power of sonority.
The whole superstar, right? But we're gonna talk about it. So let me ask the question.
This about me.
Okay, hold on real quick, Tamika. Let me ask the questions, okay? All right, so real quick. So you're Lil Nas X's mom.
Yes.
Okay. So first and foremost, are you homeless?
No.
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing out here? Like, what's the?
I'm walking by faith and not by sight. Let go and let God have a rest.
Okay, because we see like it's the same clothes as yesterday and stuff like that. And
but the thing about it, when there's weird, I always swear I can look dirty, but who said I can't be clean?
That's right. I ain't mad at that.
Grace and glory.
So we're gonna talk about it. So
I stand because I stand, just because.
I know that's right.
No harm, no foul.
And so how old are you?
48.
48. Tamika. So we start off with lies, huh? That's what we're doing?
Well, being real.
No, well, be real now. You talking about walk by faith, not by sight. Keep it a buck. How old are you?
48.
Lord Jesus. Look now, if you ain't want to do the interview, you ain't have to.
Who told you? What I do?
How old are you?
You understand 48?
So you're not 54? What's up with that? Give me that. Okay, I stand corrected. So you're 48. So right off the bat, right? Some people are gonna ask, why is Lil Nas X's mom out here on the street?
Because this is my choice. I mean, I live how I live. I walk by, like I say, I stand how I stand. Just because if you only been through what I've been through, you only know where I have faced.
Okay, so let's. Right. So we're gonna talk about that. So real quick.
I'm gonna say this on the whole scenario, conversation that you're trying to conversate.
Okay.
But no harm is no foul.
No harm, no foul. Absolutely. I know that's right. All right. So listen.
So I do wonder what the motivation was for this particular interview. In addition to that, I don't know the interviewer. I don't know if he pays his interviewees. To clear up some things. Well, it's only a few more seconds.
You're 48. How many kids do you have? 6. And so how old is the oldest and how young is the youngest?
To clear up some of the things that were said, Lil Nas X has actually talked about trying to help his mom. So let's get into this. It says Lil Nas X defended by father after backlash of his mother being found begging for food. Singer, rapper, and songwriter Montero Lamar Hill found himself in the limelight again, and this time it has nothing to do with his music. A video of his mother surfaced all over social media where she appears to be begging for food on the street. Let me see, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to hear about his video. Through his success has been endless and nothing short of inspiring. Like anyone else, we all have a backstory. Lil Nas X has been vocal about the strained relationship with his mother, as well as her struggle with addiction in the past. This was in 2020. Very recently, Lil Nas shared a 4-part series on TikTok that described his rise to success. In it, he mentions the time where he finally made enough money to put his mother into rehab. He also stated during an interview back in January 2020 that I never really talk about my mom. She's an addict, so we don't have the closest relationship. Even trying to get better, things didn't quite work out, but there's still love. Quote, he did try and help her and even put her in rehab, but it didn't work. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. Praying for her. And that was from Sky Jackson. Let me see. So I think this is from his dad. Despite what people say, Lil Nas X is the greatest kid a parent can be blessed with. Although his mom is in a struggle with an addiction, she's still a queen, and he goes through great lengths to make sure we're all taken care of. Those who have family members and friends dealing with addiction understands that there ain't enough money you can throw at the situation to make it right. I don't usually address personal issues publicly, but I felt like this needed to be. Please join us in keeping her in her prayers. And to those out there trying to create a false story, you won't prosper. I mean, I feel like we all know somebody who's in the throes of addiction. So if he's tried to help her, I do feel like that interview was exploitive because you can't expect that you can do anything more than try to help somebody get some rehab. Them going to rehab is all on them. Your family can help out, but really that's your cross to bear. So let's move on to Kodak Black.
Damn, bro, this is there you go. Whoa. Say them go out like DMX, man. Shut the fuck up. Definitely ain't going out like DMX.
Now, DMX is one of my favorite rappers. After Biggie, DMX was like it. And yeah, I was super young listening to DMX, but when you got one sister who's 16 years older than you and another that's like 8, you're gonna watch whatever they watch, you're gonna listen to whatever they. The point is, although DMX was a prolific rapper, he smoked crack his entire life. So the fact that he even made it to, I believe it was like in his 40s. He was 50. He died April 9th of 2021. For people to make the correlation of DMX and Kodak, it's not really a leap. The difference was DMX kind of did his stuff in the shadows and, you know, he talked about his demons in his song. Kodak Black is like crashing out in front of us. DMX benefited from there not being social media and cameras when he was on the come up. We've seen everything from Kodak Black being on a live stream with Kai Sanat and popping a perk. We've seen it all. We've seen him like stumble through a performance. I think it like rolling out, like where he couldn't even barely talk. They just pushed him on stage. He wasn't really rapping. He wasn't doing anything. He just kind of like walked around because he was high out of his mind.
Yeah, legend, huh?
And this is after a presidential pardon from Trump. So you already got in all kinds of trouble. You had like everything life could afford you, but when you're in the throes of addiction, none of that really matters. You're just an addict with money.
Well, bitch, I'd rather go out like DMX and go out like the fuck? Is it dumb? I do be feeling like DMX though a lot of the time. I been saying, get him, bro, chest, he said. Like, no, bitch. Like, no, bitch, I heard it. Damn, bro, this is there you go. Whoa. Say them go out like DMX, man.
NBA YoungBoy, the same thing. What is it? Is it like the synthetic weed will like make you, it looks like you're like a zombie, like you are suspended in motion. Like we've seen him like standing like this. Like he's on film, like literally just suspended. And people go up for this. Let's move on. Lisa Rinna. This was crazy to hear this, to have somebody just talk about this situation so like flippantly, but it happened. Hold on. I see it lost the connection to the sound, so. She helped her father unalive himself. I've never heard anything like this before in my life.
Wanted it so badly. My mom signed off on it. We were like, okay.
You were in the kitchen with Nancy. You were mixing up the Seconal.
We're just sitting there opening up a fucking 100 Seconal capsules in this casserole bowl.
Right.
But then, you know, you mix it in the orange juice. It tastes like shit. Like it's sour, you know, but he's got to drink it down. So you hand it to him and he drank it. And here's the thing that nobody tells you and you don't expect. It took 45 minutes sitting and with somebody who's passing and
I could never do this. I don't even know how people from hospice? I don't know how they stomach it. Hospice care, as far as I know, or my personal experience with a family member who was on hospice, it was just really to ease the passing. It's when all other medical options are not going to work, and the person is basically, if they're in pain, they're given enough pain medicine to knock you out, basically. And a lot of these people have already lost weight, so it just eases their passing. I do not have the fortitude to assist you in unaliving yourself and waiting until you're gone. I've never heard anything like this before in my life.
Transitioning for 45 minutes. I'm looking at the doula and I'm like, well, what happens like if nothing happens? She goes, don't worry, I have morphine. So if we need to use it, like these are the conversations that you're having. But he wanted it so badly. My mom signed off on it. We were like, okay.
You were in the kitchen with Nancy. You were mixing up the Seconal.
We're just sitting there opening up a fucking 100 Seconal capsules in this casserole bowl.
Right.
But then, you mix it in the orange juice. It tastes like shit. Like it's sour, but he's got to drink it down. So you hand it to him and he drank it. And, here's the thing that nobody tells you and you don't expect. It took 45 minutes sitting and with somebody who's passing and transitioning for 45 minutes. I'm looking at the doula and I'm like, well, what happens like if nothing happens? She goes, don't worry, I have morphine. So if we need to use it, like these are the conversations that you're having. But
I let that play again so that you could hear without my commentary. So let me see. Bryn says, Lisa's saying this is something I would have took to my grave. I would never. I don't know. Y'all can put in the chat. Would you, if you saw, when my grandmother was passing, she was in pain constantly. So when hospice care came in, it was almost like finally she had some relief. It was constant pain towards the end. And technically, my grandmother lived to a very, very, very old age. It wasn't until she moved to a big city with us where she wasn't walking every day that, she started to, decline in health. But could you do it? Could you see somebody in pain and know that they do not have a good quality of life and help them? Y'all can put it in the chat. I want to see what you guys, because it might just be me. I might be the only one who could not do it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Jupiter goddess. Nope, not my call. Assisted S is called the California end of life. That's a hard call. Yes, you could do it. Not me. I couldn't do it. I don't think I could. I could. Okay, so some people could. I mean, I'm sure nurses and doctors and stuff like that and people in that industry are more accustomed to it than somebody who, for me, that I don't know how I couldn't do it. I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you guys are just coming in, I can't share links anymore. YouTube does not like that. But on my Instagram, I posted my first video photo shoot. And I already pre-warned everybody, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So, be nice. If you have some critiques, okay, but be nice. I saw what y'all did to Dr. Heavenly. I saw what y'all did to Dr. Heavenly. At a certain point, I had to stop reading the responses to that. Okay, it looks like y'all are being nice. Let me see. Yeah, so if you could like it and share it. I have to do more stuff like that in order to secure endorsements and stuff like that. like I said, I'm nobody's model, but in 2025, I set a intention for myself to start like doing things that don't necessarily make me comfortable, but will grow the business and the brand. Hera, what's up, Hera? You never forget. I witnessed my mom and grandma transition in hospice. Yeah, it's tough, but I don't know your mom's and your grandmother's situation, but if they were in pain, like my grandmother, then you know it was kind of like something necessary to at least give them some quality of life at the end. My Instagram is Make It Make Sense Now on Instagram. TJ says, I had to make that call for my mom and her cancer. My aunt stayed with her until she passed. I just made sure she wasn't in pain before I left the hospital. Absolutely. It's a personal choice. We can't all do it. I can't do it. And, you know, my hat's off to all of the medical people who go through that every day. Or even if you're not a medical person, you work in a nursing home and you get close to these older people and then they pass on. Like, this video was a real video. That's why I grouped all this stuff together. We'll be back to some mess tomorrow. Expect a pre-recorded video out tomorrow. Yeah, definitely get the likes up. Talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah. So guys, I gotta run. You wanted live content. I'm gonna give you guys live content, but I do know that a lot of you like my shorter content, so I will be mixing it up. Thank you guys for spending Saturday night with me. If you had some Casamigos like me, make sure don't drink and drive. But y'all have a good night and definitely check it out and let me know. I think we're good on those. See y'all tomorrow for something. Isn't that what Alexander Rogers says? Bye, y'all. Hey, Callie.